Have you guys heard of the myth that there might be an entire city underneath Los Angeles that is connected with tunnels and shafts? Well, I read about this story about 20 years ago or so, and it involves a mining engineer by the name of George Shuffeld. And they tasked him to go look for oil deposits, gold deposits, and other precious minerals around LA. And in his discovery, he realized that there was something really weird with the formation underground. And he suggested that there might be tunnels and shafts connected throughout the entire city. So he drew a rough draft of what he thought these tunnels looked like, went to the city and was like, hey, we need to kind of look into this. Can we dig and see what happens? So he got the permit and everything. And for 4 months, they started digging different shafts, and they almost dug all the way down to 106 meters underground. And then all of a sudden, the city was like, nope, you can't do anything anymore. It might disturb something this way, that way. Like, you just can't do anything with it anymore. I'm going to show you the rough draft that he drew up back in 1933. And then all of the videos that have been kind of popping up on my FYP that might be confirming that this might be true. So this is the map that he drew out, that he said that he kind of witnessed all of these hollow areas and then shafts that are connected throughout the entire city. And this is where he kind of thought that there might be gold deposits. Now, the myth goes that this city was built during a time when people used to worship serpents, and that the people down there are actually reptilians. Now, this is just a legend. But this is where it gets interesting. There are a bunch of victims saying that P. Diddy allegedly has tunnels leading from his house to the Playboy Mansion, and that there's also tunnels allegedly underneath the Epstein Island. And I also made a video all about tunnels that run from New York all the way to Saskatchewan. Now, the video that I came across was a guy going into a cave, and that cave actually coming out of a Disneyland bathroom. Now, the video is super long, so I just took a screenshot so you guys can go find it and watch it, but let me show you. So this is the guy. He goes inside this entrance of this cave, films the entire thing, and then comes out of a bathroom in Disneyland, and then literally goes out into Disneyland so you guys can see that he's actually there. Now, I've been to the underground city in Seattle, where the city was destroyed by a fire, except for this one street where you can still go underneath and kind of like view things. Now, before I play this next video, which is really, really, really creepy because it absolutely it confirms that this myth might not be a myth after all, of this guy talking about secret Starbuckses underneath the ground, underneath LA, and also tunnels that actors use as their highway system to get around LA so they can, avoid traffic. And I'm going to play the entire video for you. But before I do, after the video, let me know if you guys know of any other cities anywhere in the world where, underground cities exist. And I don't mean deep underground military bases. I mean legitimate cities that still exist underneath that can either be visited or maybe might be myths, so I can kind of look into it. Or if you guys know anything more about these LA underground cities. But let me just show you this video.
Your NDA is expired and you could talk about this. You used to work at a secret Starbucks, is that right?
Yeah, there is a Starbucks that is like above reserve, like a Starbucks no one's ever heard of or been to. All right, have you ever wondered while driving in Los Angeles, how come you've never seen like Will Smith stuck in traffic on the 405?
Yeah.
I've never seen a 1%er just in their car stuck in traffic.
Why is that?
That's because there's a series of intricate tunnels underneath Los Angeles known as the actor bond. I'm not kidding. Like, they get access points to move through the city without ever having to be in traffic. You can come up in LAX, you can pop up at Dodger Stadium. Underneath there in those tunnels is Starbuckses set up at different locations to allow them to get coffees while they're driving. All
Who's
of
them?
Seinfeld.
You've seen Seinfeld down there?
Bono. I've seen Seinfeld down there. Dude, almond milk latte, 2 shots.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was he a good tipper?
They don't have to pay.
So this has been underneath Los Angeles for a few years now? I mean, how long has this been there for?
I mean, it predates me. It seems like the city was built on top of it. So, I think this goes all the way back to the 20s.
This doesn't seem real almost. This is crazy.
I imagine how I sound saying it to people.